Sipping this lean, I'm living carefree. Da da da. LSD for me and you. Keep up, please. You can't judge nobody, so don't judge me. I just like smoking that weed. I just like smoking.
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Paris London France here, back with another video. Don't mind my lighting. I was actually trying to wait until the sun came up, but I just couldn't wait, okay? And I just got like this little office. Goddamn, I just stared at it and now I'm blind. Desk lamp, and that's the only light I'm using today, okay? Welcome back to my channel if you're new. Hi, it's nice to meet you. My name is Paris. If you're not new, thanks for tuning in again. I really do appreciate you guys. This little story time is gonna be on I don't know how to explain it. My friend got robbed, but I was to blame for it. I don't know what it's gonna be named, but that's what I'm sticking with right now. I did post up on Instagram a poll if you guys wanted to hear like my best friend backdooring me or some relationship advice, and of course everybody put my best friend backdooring me. Make this video first so y'all can get like a little idea of the type of person she was. I'ma upload the backdooring story after this one, so y'all know. Let's get started. A little background story. I had this best friend for like 10 years or whatever, probably 11. I known her when she was like in 5th grade, whatever type shit, y'all know. She was the type that she wanted to be accepted, so she tried to fit in places where it didn't even matter at that point. Like, she ain't care. Like, she'll do stuff just to do it, just to fit in. She didn't get like this until like her 7th grade year, cause like I remember 5th and 6th grade, that girl was like she was the little whitest girl I ever knew, okay? 7th grade, they had moved or whatnot, and she went over closer to Norview, okay? We were in Ocean View in Norfolk, but she moved closer to Norview. Once she went to Norview, like, when I tell you, she started acting so different. I never said nothing about it because that was my friend. Like, I was just like, okay, this is the new her, and yeah, I just have to accept it. So beginning on to the story, I guess now I'm in like high school. She's in 8th grade. And we used to go over to each other's house every weekend. Her family looked at me as if I was their daughter type. Like, I was over there every weekend, y'all. My other friend, he was gay. He was over there, not as much as I was over there because I knew her longer, but he was over there quite a bit. We're gonna name my best friend in this story TT. The gay guy, he's not really relevant to the story, so I'm not really gonna put him in this story. We just gonna act like he wasn't there, okay? One day, I went over to TT's house or whatever, and just regular degular. Like, her mom was never home. Like, her mom really worked 9 to 5. Well, literally a 7, I think it was like around 8 o'clock to like 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, she had her own business and everything, so she was never home. Her dad was always on deployment, so we literally had the house to ourselves. And her brother was like older, so you know, he really wasn't there that much. I think he had his own apartment at the time. It was just literally me and her in the house from 8 o'clock in the morning all the way to nighttime, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, whatever. So what we used to do to pass time by, we used to like walk out people's neighborhoods, you know, just walk around and stuff like that. Stuff that I normally can't do in my household, I could do in hers. So this time it was very peculiar. We weren't walking anywhere. She was just like, oh, I'm inviting some people over to my house, and that was the first time that ever happened, because I'm like, okay, you're inviting other people besides me, this should be fun. We got ready and stuff like that as if we were going to do our daily walk and stuff like that, be grown. So she got ready. It takes her probably about 2 hours to get ready. So at this time, it's like 10 o'clock, okay? It's 10 o'clock. I'm downstairs eating breakfast because it doesn't take me that long to get ready. I don't wear makeup, so it doesn't take me long to get ready. Oh, and plus I was young. Like, it doesn't take me long. So I was downstairs, probably eating cereal, whatnot. She was like, yeah, they're on their way, blah, 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 blah. We hear a knock at the door. And we're just sitting there, and she was like, oh, there they go. So come in 3 guys. They were black, whatever. And they were around my age. They were a little bit, because I'm telling you, I was in a grade higher than her, but me and her was the same age. if they weren't, I think two of them was older than us. Like at the time I was probably like 14, 15, and they were like, oh shit. I know one dude, he was like my age, but he was probably older than me, probably about like months and stuff. But the other dude, he was like 16, maybe 17, but he's locked up now. The dude who she invited over, we're gonna call him Jeremy. And yeah, Jeremy is the main character in here, okay? Jeremy and Mark. Okay, the other boy who's in jail now, like he's kind of irrelevant to the story. Like I didn't hear too much about him, but Jeremy and Mark used to be like this. All of three of them used to be close like that. TT was talking to Jeremy and Mark was trying to talk to me, and this other dude, he was older than us. I really didn't understand why he was there, but they were all friends. So I remember we just sitting down in her living room. We're just watching, you know, TV or whatever. We did have a third person there, but he was gay. So me and him was like on the same couch, okay? Mark was trying to like, you know, get at me the whole time, but I'm like a little fetus. I was scared of guys at this time, so no. TT and Jeremy was over there booed up and stuff like that. So we're just sitting there talking and stuff, and they have dogs. So everybody is scared, okay? Everybody's on the couches like this. And the dogs, you know, dogs can sense energy before anybody. So them dogs was barking the whole time they were there. But I also get like vibes from people. So I got the vibe where I was just like, something is up to no good, because we never did this before. I don't know these people like that, but you know them, this your house, okay, whatever. We got into like a little confrontation with them. I guess like she tried to downplay them, like try to say that they were broke and stuff like that. I don't know how the conversation came about, but I knew that the argument was about brokenness, okay? And they're inside her house. Her house is nice as fuck, y'all, like nice as fuck. But the person who she tried to portray to be, like she tried to say that she came from nothing. This girl was silver spoon fed. Like I don't care what nobody say. She tried to say she came from nothing. Like she made it seem like she was raised in the hood, shit like that. Like she was calling them broke and stuff, and it was like, okay, you know what, yeah, let us be broke. But they were saying like how they get money, this and that. So TT, she ran upstairs, and I'm sitting up here like, what the fuck is she doing? Cause I know my friend, but at this moment I'm like, I still don't know what she was doing. And then like her mom room is over us, so I heard her like go into her mom room, and I'm like, she better fucking not. So next thing you know, TT comes downstairs with a shoebox, okay? The shoebox is probably like a regular shoebox, a regular heel box, if you know, it's just like a regular shoebox, okay? She came downstairs, she plopped it open, and she was flashing the money that her mom had stashed in the shoe. But I guess she didn't have a bank account at the time and all that, so she had a shoebox. She put all the money. No one knew. I didn't even know it was money. Well, I did. She showed me one time before, which is crazy, because if I was that type of bitch, I would have been stole the money. But that was my friend, and I was over there every day. Why the fuck? Why would I steal that? If I'm over there every day, the last person who they would think was me. So I'm smart. Even though I'm like 14 years old, I'm smart. I know, no, I'm not gonna touch the money. She came downstairs with the shoebox full of money. Me, I'm like astonished, like, did she really just do that? Like, are you serious? Are you serious, nigga? I can look inside dudes' faces, Jeremy, Mark, but especially the dude who stood out to me was the older nigga. The 17-year-old, while we 14, whatever, he probably was 16, no cap. But he was just looking like serious and everything, like serious mode, everything. And I'm sitting up here looking at him like, this ain't gonna be good. And these dudes were known to be like hood niggas, like back then. They were like hood niggas, like they used to beat niggas up, all that, probably even rob. After she did that, they was just laughing it off and stuff like that, like, okay, yeah, you got money, like you got money, whatever. Trying to be nice to her now. So they ended up leaving, okay? Boom. And the rest of the day was like how I said. We went out to Norview, we walked Norview, this and that, like little kid shit. After that, we basically, yeah, did all that until her mom came, and then we just left. So the next day was like school, whatever. So I told you I'm in high school at this time, and like I think I'm gonna say a week probably go by, probably not even, yeah, a week go by because I remember it was Friday. She didn't tell me that the whole time, like throughout that week, she had this dude come over, like this dude and his friend come over, and her and my gay friend, well, our gay friend at the time, he used to go to school with her, so it was him, TT, Jeremy, the 17-year-old dude, and Mark. So all of them was at her house. I wasn't there because I'm the responsible one. I feel like she knew, like, and plus I didn't go to the same school as them, so, but I feel like she knew, like, if I was there, I probably wouldn't have let it happen. But she didn't tell me this until after everything went down. So the whole time they were over at her house, they had, because her dad was a hunter. Like, this girl, she did not grow up in the hood. She grew up in a predominantly white town. So her dad was used to hunting elks and stuff like that. So he had like a lot of guns, like a lot of deer hunting guns, a lot of like pistols. Like, he just had guns, okay? She showed me these pictures after, and like basically they were in her mom's room with her dad's guns taking pictures. As I said before, these niggas are hood niggas, like guns, nigga. Like, do you know when people rob other people, the first thing they rob is guns? Okay, are you stupid? Okay, because Jeremy was her boyfriend at the time. The little dude who she was talking to, that was her boyfriend. So she probably was like, oh, he's never gonna do this to me. He looked at her like a walking motherfucking lick, okay? Friday come and she calls me and I'm like, hello? She's like, bruh, somebody just broke into my house. Like, somebody just broke into my house, stole my mom Michael Kors watch, stole my mom money. And now my mom's going off on me, blah, 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 and stole my dad's gun. So I'm like, whoa. The first time when her house got robbed, I guess she told me, like, she ended up telling me what happened. She was just like, I think Jeremy and them did it. I'm like, what makes you think that? Because the whole time I was thinking that. But, you know, she doesn't want to be wrong. But she used to hide her key, and I guess she showed him, like, she didn't show him, but you know it's a habit of putting the key where it's supposed to go, in front of somebody. That's what she did. So the first time, they just unlocked that bitch and went inside the house. I know they did, because she was like, the whole time he was texting on his phone and stuff, they was walking to the park. And walking to the park is like 10 minutes there and 10 minutes back. So they walked to the park. It was like a little skate park and everything. They walked to the park. And by the time they got to the park, she was like, we really didn't chill at the park, which was kind of weird to me. Like, after we walked to the park, we walked back to my house, and she wasn't thinking nothing of it. And I'm sitting up here like, this is how I think it went down. I know they had the key, they unlocked it. I don't know how they got across them dogs. They probably kicked them dogs, little do I know. It happened a second time. Her mom, I don't think her mom knew about the first time, but it happened a second time. And this is when I got the phone call I made. This is how she knew. She was like, yeah, somebody broke in my house the first time because some stuff was missing the first time. And then she was like, but the second time they kicked down the door because she took the spare key from where it was. They kicked down the back door. They stole TVs, Xboxes, more guns, clothing. They stole a lot of stuff. And on top of that, the door was kicked down. So, bro, I really think Jeremy did it. I'm like, they did. Like, you gotta tell your mama this, because your mama didn't know that. Well, her mother didn't know that she was bringing dudes inside the house at that young of an age. And I only seen them one time. Like, I only was in there with them one time when they were in there. And I guess she got the vibe from, something ain't right here. Because I was just looking around the whole time they was there. I'm like, But after that, she didn't invite me over no more, like, when they was there. So I was only there with them one time, and that's when the whole money situation happened. And how they looked at that money, they looked like lottery. We just hit the jackpot, because this bitch is stupid, because I know that's what they was thinking. So she was calling me. She was like, bruh, now I can't tell my mom because she's gonna be mad at me. She's installing cameras. She gotta get her door fixed. She just wanna know who stole her stuff. And I'm sitting up here like, okay, you know who stole their stuff. Like, tell your mom. But you know, she ain't gonna tell on the nigga she liked. So I guess she was asking him. And she also said, like, during school, like, okay, Jeremy, he was in like high school, and the other dude, he didn't go to school at all, like the one who's in jail. But Mark, this is where Mark comes into play. Mark went to her school, and she said they had a class together, like the last block. The last class of the day, that's what last block is. The last class of the day, they had class together. She said she'd seen him throughout school, but that last class, she said she didn't see him. But before that, she said, yeah, the last class she didn't see him at all. Like, he went MIA. So she was like, I know they did it because he wasn't in class, but he was at school the whole time. How the fuck is you skipping middle school though? But then she's like, the next day he came in with like a new polo shirt and new shoes. Like, girl, that's your mama money. That's what I wanted to say. That's your mama money. Like I told y'all, I used to go over to their house every weekend, okay? So the weekend was coming up, and she was like, yeah, just ask your mom if you can come over. I'm like, you know, my mom don't care, but I'm gonna just ask her because that's my mama. I'm asking her. So I asked my mom, and she was like, yeah. And so I think she went as far as to ask her mom if I could come over, and her mom said no. I'm like, okay, why? Like, she always say, yeah, like, your mom really don't care if I come over. She said, no, y'all, because this lady thought I robbed her house. I had something to do with it. I'm like, you better tell your mama who robbed your house, because she ain't gonna be blaming the little black girl over. She was like, well, my mom thinks that you have something to do with it. And she started believing her mom. I'm like, okay, you really think I can kick down a door? Look at y'all, look how small I am now. Look how small I am now, and I'm 20 years old. Just imagine if I was 14 kicking down the door. Come on now. I guess the only reason why they say that is because I was over there a lot and I knew where most of the stuff was. But I was like, either you gonna tell your mama or I'm a snitch, okay? Because I'm a snitch. I don't care. Ain't nobody finna put me in the middle of no trouble. And then they tried to blame the gay dude, and I was like, no, because that nigga's scared. And plus, he was like fairly new. He just started coming over, so they really thought him, but they also thought of me too. And I'm like, you better tell your mom what's going on, because I'm not finna be put in the middle of a robbery. Like, she not finna snitch on me. Like, the fuck? She thought I was one of the suspects, and I just felt like, okay, yeah, they're like uppity and white and stuff. Not saying that white has to do with anything, but you know, a white person is gonna blame the first black person they see, and they didn't see these three niggas. They seen this nigga and the other nigga, okay? They blamed me, and I'm like, okay. My camera went dead, but like I was saying, I don't know where I stopped off, but dude, Jeremy, whatever, we met up with him like years later, like once we were like 18, yeah, 18, 19 years old. He finally told us everything, like how he robbed and how he did it and all that stuff, which was actually kind of sad because, bitch, you tried to blame me. Y'all tried to blame me, okay? But he told everything, and now she was actually cool with it. Like, I'm sitting up here like, this nigga robbed your motherfucking house. Like, I don't care how long it was. Bitch, what the fuck I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set your bitch ass up. But that was the end of that story. If you guys enjoyed that story time, be sure to check out my next story time of how my best friend backdoored me. TT, how TT backdoored me, okay? And y'all get a clear overview of how this girl really is. As always, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.